Hello to all my silly little shitpost lovers. Today we're going to be talking about a little problem, a little quirk in the ULTRAKILL community, if you will. It can be really fucking weird. I'll preface this by saying that I have no problem with playing games that have weird fan bases, and in fact a lot of my favorite games ever have some absolutely horrendous fan bases, but ULTRAKILL is one that I've always found kinda unique. Unique in that there's a massive divide between the normal side of the fan base and that weirder side, and typically with communities like this, they just get overtaken by the weirder people and bad actors, and generally if you go on the subreddits of games like, Undertale, stuff like that, Genshin Impact, it'll primarily be outright weird, if not at least questionable, but with ULTRAKILL you have to do the tiniest extra bit of digging to find the weird side. If you go into the comments of any of the art posted, regardless of the content therein, you will find them. They're like little earthworms, little underground creatures that lurk in the depths of the comments sections, but they're definitely there and they're pretty prominent. Why is that a problem though? Sex update. Now, if you've been living under a rock for most of your life and you don't know what I'm talking about, the sex update has always been a funny meme in a lot of games communities, and it's a pretty prominent thing, as I'm sure most you already know. Minecraft is a huge one with all the Minecraft Jenny memes, which personally I find very funny, because it's very obviously ironic. The keyword being ironic, because it's that irony that actually makes it funny. People edit the typical update logo to say sex update, and it's believable looking, while also obviously something Mojang and Microsoft would never do. The thing about most games that have this joke is that the actual NSFW nature of the joke isn't typically taken seriously, or at least if it is, it's on a much smaller scale, and you have to actually look for it to find it. With ULTRAKILL, this is just not the case. And you might be wondering why I bothered making a video about ULTRAKILL in particular when a ton of other games have this exact same issue but to a larger extent, and to that I'd say I agree, but how many other games have a literal developer-backed sex update? I'll wait. Exactly. That's where my issue with Hakite and the smaller weird side of the ULTRAKILL community at large lies. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just give you a second to read over this screenshot. Yeah, you read that right. Vibrating butt plug support, because Hakite knows his fans. Clearly he doesn't, because as I said earlier, you have to dig to find the weird people in this community, meaning that the community at large does not want vibrating butt plugs. I don't know what part of badass robot, movement shooter, and high-octane action requires official vibrating butt plug support, and even if it is an opt-in feature, why would you ever expend resources on that? You don't see the developers of Overwatch dropping sex updates, and look at the absolute state of that game and its community. It's just unwarranted, and it's a very weird thing. Another topic I want to cover is what I would assume in a very opinionated and not at all logic-backed way as part of the problem here, which is the YouTuber Maxer. I ran a survey a while back on the amount of people who were influenced either entirely or at least partially by Maxer to get ULTRAKILL, and I found that it was, from whatever results I got, a rounded 90 to 250 ratio of people who got ULTRAKILL because of or in part by Maxer, and people who discovered it on their own through other means, respectively. This metric adds up pretty well to the amount of weirdos in the community, to the amount of normal people who like cool robots, so take this with a grain of salt. But he also made Genshin videos at one point, which is just a small contributor here, because we've all seen Genshin fans. But I'm more so looking at Maxer in the way of his horrendous TikTok brain ADHD riddled editing, and to give credit where credit is due, it's high quality editing, much better than what I'm capable of as of this minute, but dear god it hurts to look at. And the dude's ratio of jokes that land to jokes that flop is so far in the negatives, you'd think you put an angry pit bull named fucking Cupcake in a room full of toddlers. It just isn't fair. But yeah, that should do it for this episode. Thanks to all 4 of you who end up watching this. I love you all.
Hell, Breezy. Let me show you how to keep the dice rolling when you're doing that thing over there. Hey, let's go! Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day. Go! See, you really wanna pop me. Go! Just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I gotta be a little